What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the live, or not live. Well, welcome to the video. It's not a live. It is not a live. I am recording. Sorry for the camera bouncing around, but I'm driving. And so yeah, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? I have got a little bit of some insights I want to bring forward, and I want to talk about. I went live on TikTok earlier today, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed doing a light language activation / written light language. It really was cool, man. And then to literally have someone share how grateful they are and how they felt, and I'm not going to mention any names, okay? So a lot of you don't follow, but if you would have been on anyways, I'm going to be sharing the live anyway, so you're going to see it anyway. The fact of the matter is, I'm really grateful, man, because you know what, when I share that live, people are going to relate to it, and they're going to resonate with it. And this beautiful soul found me and Luna when she had her awakening, and when she felt lost. And it's so ironic because I've spoken about this myself, majority of my 46 years on this planet, how I've felt lost and confused and never really understood. Like, I talked about it like when Eckhart Tolle's book The Power of Now came out. I think it was New Earth. It was the New Earth or something like that. It's like something New Earth, or it was like a yellow book. I remember it being yellow, something New Earth in the title, something of that nature. If you guys remember, drop it in the comments, what it is. But it was one of his first books, and he was on Oprah Winfrey's show. And I remember buying that book, and I couldn't even read it. I don't know what drew me to the book. Well, I do know what drew me now, but at that time I didn't know what drew me to the book. And now I do, obviously. It was my higher self. It was the universe guiding me, my higher self guiding me. And yet I just wasn't ready. And I remember continuously hearing people speak about, oh, you got to go within, you have to meditate. I didn't know what the hell that is. And no matter how many people would explain it to me, I didn't understand it. I didn't know what go within meant. And I've spoken about this a handful of times, and I did not understand what meditation was, what going within was. All I knew was people sat with their hands like this, on their knees, cross-legged, with their eyes closed. That's all I knew. I mean, I even think, if I'm not mistaken, I even got like Russell Simmons' book on meditation. It was like a small book. I remember getting that. I don't remember even really reading it, for that matter. So I was trying more and more, but it just, I wasn't ready. It wasn't my time, even though I was ahead of the time. I was ahead of the time since 7 years old, being awake and not knowing that I'm awake, not understanding any of it, but yet questioning everything. And that's typically what happens when someone awakens. They question everything. They question what they're doing, why they're doing it, the career, the job, the people they're with. Like, pretty much everything is questioned. And then you start, the famous words that most people say typically is, there must be more to life than I've been told. And I've heard that over and over and over and over again. And That's the famous words that everyone says when they wake up. You know, there's more to life than I've been told. And let me just say that I felt so humbled, and it felt so amazing, man. My heart melted when I heard her say that she found us when she woke up, and she found us when she was lost, and she's so grateful for us and what we've done, and the fact that we've and I might be, you know, adding a little extra things because I don't remember exactly the details of what was said, but this was just kind of a generalized statement of what was said, you know. And I don't know, man, I just I'm truly blessed and thankful, you know, that and interestingly enough, this morning before I went live on TikTok, before I was guided to, I was thinking about it, and I'm just like thinking to myself, man, I have so much information to bring forward. There was so many years that I held back because I didn't know how to bring it. I was afraid, I was hiding, and I didn't know how to bring it out to the public. Not only that, but I realized that humanity was not ready. And in watching my dad, you know, share things to different people, I saw the progression of humanity being ready more and more and more over the years. But knowing that humanity wasn't ready for what I was going to bring, you know. And like I said, man, just being given the opportunity to do a light language activation for her for connection, and the light language was just like spewing out, and then the words and the translations were just coming out, and then written light language. And then I was guided to tell her things that she needed to do, that they were saying that we have been attempting to communicate with her, and we've been trying to communicate with her, and these steps that she was guided to take, which she says she's going to do, are the things she needs to do to deepen and strengthen her connection, you know. And I know that a lot of us are messengers. I know that a lot of us are way showers. I know that a lot of us are leading humanity, and we're leaders, you know, and that's what I know that I am. I know that I am meant to lead and show because of all the things that I've experienced and I'm aware of, and the things I know, the knowledge I have. It's time, and I'm more and more putting myself out there, more and more sharing my gifts, sharing what I've learned over the years that I know will help not only myself but help the world. And the knowledge that I have, I know that I was told in 2020, you can't keep it. You can't keep it. You have to give it away. Because in giving it away, then you're allowing the space for new. And I want to allow the space for new. I want to allow the space. I want to allow for new information to come through, to come forward. I don't just want to hold everything to myself. I never understood that. And, you know, back when I was living in Florida, I never really understood. Most people there would just keep to themselves as to what they do and how they achieve their wealth and their success. You know, they just hide in their house and keep it to themselves and go travel. And, you know, they had the secret to, you know, entrepreneurship in a way that, you know, they made their wealth, but yet they didn't want to share it with anybody else. They just want to keep it for themselves. And I never understood that. I'm like, why? Like, if you know the golden ticket, if you know, like, how someone could leave a 9-to-5 and literally, you know, become an entrepreneur and completely change your life why wouldn't you share it? Like, why? I get you need time, you want to be alone and this and that, I get that, but why wouldn't you share it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you just want to keep it all to yourself? And it's like everybody wants to create a workshop and a master class and this and that, and it's like, I just want to share things so we all come together. And yes, of course, you know, we have a Patreon and we have things you can buy on our website, but are extremely cheap, you know, because we still do have to pay things too, just like everybody else. But people with exuberant amounts of wealth, you know, when I was living in South Florida and I was working the business I had, and I was going out to clients' houses in near Miami and Fort Lauderdale and on the water and Intercoastal, and I was walking into houses that were the size of a football field, you know, and I think to myself, why does somebody need that? Or $50 million penthouses that are so high up with the ocean wrapped around the entire, you know, penthouse. You know what I mean? It's like, then I think to myself, like, why aren't you sharing your knowledge? Like, why don't you tell people, well, this is what I do and this is how I did it? You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to create a book or, you know, a workshop or a masterclass. Like, you could share it and it will spread. And other people then will spread it, and we'll continue to help the world become a better place. But no, everybody wanted to like keep their everything like this. No, I can't tell nobody. Like, no way, you know. And I don't know. I don't really resonate with that, you know. It's different if it's like some kind of like I don't know, like you think differently. You think fifth dimensional, and it's you know, the way that you think most people won't understand. I think that's a little bit different than, you know, sharing how you became, if you want to call it, successful, how you acquired the material things you have and the wealth you have, you know. Maybe that's a little bit of a better way to explain it, you know. But for me, I've had a very difficult time explaining to people like how I do what I do, because I see it way different, and yet not many people can actually wrap their head around it or understand at this point as to where we're at as a collective. And they just think you're crazy and like, yeah, right, that's you know, yeah, okay, you're living with your mother and blah blah blah, and you know, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things that some people just won't grasp or understand. And I'm not saying I'm ahead or above anybody, but at the same time, I've tried to explain different things in different ways, and certain people are just not ready to hear it or understand it or actually, you know, embody it. And that's okay, you know, because listen, at the end of the day, man, I mean, my dad was way ahead of his time. And I know that I came here ahead of my time, or ahead of humanity's time, you know. Like, this I just know. And a lot of you maybe or may have felt out of place, or have felt like you're ahead of humanity and like you just don't fit in and you just feel lost and confused. And you're not alone, man. A lot of us souls signed up to come here ahead before humanity was ready. I talked about Dolores Cannon and her story, and you know how she was like started QHHT back in the 60s. Humanity wasn't ready for that shit. She was working on it till she passed away in 2014, and that's when humanity really became ready, where her name became a household name, you know. So I don't know, you know, I just and I'll just, you know, I just felt like coming on here and vlogging and ranting and just, you know, whatever comes through, man. I'm gonna start doing more of these vlogs, you know. And I just want to say I love you all, man. I'm grateful and thankful for, you know, whatever is unfolding. I know big things, big changes are coming for us all, physically, mentally, spiritually. We just had a new moon. I'm probably going to post this video today. If you guys haven't already, man, follow us on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. I just love you all, man. I'm grateful, man. I hope that you do get something out of the video, that it opens up your mind, expands your mind, and that you just keep forging forward, man. Trusting the process, trusting what is unfolding. And, you know, just let go and allow. Lean into what feels good. Lean into what feels right. And trust me, man, there's no accidents. If you're watching this video, you're meant to be watching this video. There's some message in it for you. So, man, follow us on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. Check us out at www.darenandluna.com. Sign up for our free newsletter and our free gift each and every month before the month of May. At the bottom of the website, put your email address and your name in, and you'll get the calendar and you get the newsletter and you get the free gift. And don't forget, I'm going to mention this on every video before May, because we are starting a Breathwork series. And it's going to be most of May, and I think 1 or 2 weeks in June. I'm not sure yet. Don't have the dates yet for June. But we do have the dates for May. And you will get them if you sign up for the newsletter and calendar. But I want to urge you to know that anybody that signs up for Patreon is going to be able to be a part of this Breathwork series, which will be each and every week in most of May and maybe 1 or 2 weeks in June. You will not get this opportunity again. Especially not for what we charge in Patreon. Our first tier, I think, is $44.44, and you get this Breathwork series that you get to be a part of in Zoom. That is going to be life-changing and transformational. I promise you that. And you'll never find that many Breathwork sessions for that price, for $44.44. We're not only including that, but you get to join us for Kundalini Activation, which one ticket normally is like $44. But right now we're doing on donation basis. Also Crystalline Soul Healing. Also Infinite Possibilities. Also Channeling the Light with me and Luna, where you get to ask the higher dimensional beings questions. You get all of this for just joining Patreon. I mean, go, like I said, go look what somebody would charge for a Breathwork group session. Typically it is about $30-$40 for an hour, and you're paying 1 month to get to be a part of this series. Now obviously if you canceled it in May, you wouldn't be able to get to do the last ones in June, but just make sure if you do go to Patreon, you look up Daren and Luna, and then you either do Daren and Luna and then put New Earth School, or just Daren and Luna. You should find it. You should see a photo of us both together. Also follow us on all social media platforms at Daren and Luna. But don't sign up for the free membership on Patreon. I don't know how to eliminate that. People have done it, and you don't really get anything. You have to actually sign up for one of the tiers, and you will be a part of this Breathwork series. You will be a part of the Kundalini Activations. You'll be a part of the Infinite Possibilities and the Channeling Light if you're available when the times are. Otherwise, you watch the replays. Now, there won't be replays for Kundalini, and there won't be replays for the Breathwork. You have to be there. But there is for Crystalline Soul Healing, and there isn't for Infinite Possibilities. These are events you have to be live on Zoom for. But if you want to be a part of the Breathwork series, man, I encourage you to go over to Patreon and sign up. We won't be doing this forever. So it's just a note, after we finish this series, we are quite literally bringing it to the public, and the tickets are going to be between $30 and $40 a ticket. And if you have more people in the room with you, it'll be more than that. So I strongly encourage you to do it if that's something you feel called to do. and it resonates with you, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I promise you that, because going forward, these groups will be sold out like this, blink of an eye. So, you know, this is your opportunity to have a massive transformation in 4 to 6 weeks, included in the Patreon membership. Plus, you're joining a like-minded community, and we're always adding new things. The more people that join, we're going to eventually do Zooms where we do community Zooms. There's a lot of ideas we have that we're going to keep switching around and changing and bringing different people on and all kinds of stuff. So it is so worth what you're paying every single month, and you're giving back to yourself, more importantly. So again, I feel that's enough. Again, you can find it at www.darenandluna.com. The link will be below this video. The link for all our social media platforms will be below this video. With that being said, man, join us. Join us now so you can join the rest of the events, and you're all set for May. And then you'll get the calendar and the newsletter, and you know exactly when everything is, and you'll be able to put it in your own calendar and prepare for it. I love you all, man. As always, take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours. I'll see you in the next live, in the next video, somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go!